So, can you ladies tell me the first 3 international sports that come to your mind?
Soccer.
Golf.
That's not really international.
Show jumping.
And football?
Football? Not really. Baseball. Baseball, there it is. Alright, so we all know what baseball is. Do you guys know what League of Legends is? No? Cricket? That's what I like to hear. Well, League of Legends is a video game that's going to make its debut in the 2016 Olympics, while baseball is not. It may come as you a surprise. I was certainly surprised when I first heard that as well. And so I came to the thought, like, video games as an internationally recognizable sport, that's kind of painting a very sad picture for generations to come, right? And so what I'm proposing is, due to the lack of physical talent needed to be a pro at this LOL game, that it should be removed from the Olympics and baseball should be reinstated. Okay?
We're right with you.
Along with softball, please.
Along with softball. We're right there.
Softball.
Alright, let me go in first, a little bit of the pros and cons of this LOL game, League of Legends. Okay, first off, started with the US allowing LOL players to be considered as professional athletes. As soon as that happened, they went to the Olympic Committee and the Olympics kind of shoot them in. Why? Because they get such high TV ratings. I'll continue on that for a second. The only really thing that's super impressive about this LOL is the APM, or actions per minute, at which they're typing on the computer. Over 300 words per minute, which is very impressive in itself, but the only physical aspect of it that they could possibly do training-wise is maybe placing sandbags on top of their hands so they get stronger. I'm not kidding. It's a real site, real source. And so, there's no knacking how much mental toughness or teamwork is necessary to do that sport, but physically wise, I don't think you can shoe it in with the Olympic sports. Alright. Audience wise, it does attract more of an audience. For example, the All-Star game that was held for LOL in Shanghai last year attracted 18 million people. But, I mean, at the same time that the World Series is getting the lowest rating that it's ever gotten in its life, or its existence. The sad part is, the president of the International Olympics Committee, Jacques Rogue, states, "We need a way to make the Olympics more accessible for young people. The sad part is, youth these days do not have the interest or capability to take up other Olympic sports." What? That's not... The youth, so basically what his quote is saying is that the youth is not interested in the physical activity necessary to pursue other sports. It almost seems like it's a cop-out to say, hey, if I can get good enough at this video game and sit inside and not go exercise, I can still win an Olympic medal. I can still be just as good as Messi in soccer. It's just, it almost makes you conform to laziness. Alright. Now let's move on to baseball. There's 4 rounds to vote to get a sport into the Olympics. Baseball was knocked out in the 3rd round of voting. And they have a lot of reasons. They say why baseball wasn't, continued on into the Olympics. One of the main reasons being is that the pros and the all-stars don't play in the Olympics, which is true, but that's only because the pennant race, the playoffs, go on at the same time during the Olympics. Now, they came up with a formula to oppose that, a 5-day, 8-team format, which would allow the pros to be able to play in the Olympics, but the IOC shot that down. And they also came up with, what about venues? Well, all 4 of the possible places for the Olympics already had baseball fields established, and softball fields as well. So the WSBC, which is the World Softball and Baseball Confederation, these are the people that are working to get it back into the Olympics, are on specific terms with Bud Selig, the commissioner of Major League Baseball, who fully supports getting it back into the Olympics. And you say, well, is baseball only an American sport? Absolutely not. It is the most popular sport in multiple countries, including US, Japan, Cuba, and many others. That's why you always see many foreign players in the Major League Baseball because they can't play for their hometown, so they come to the U.S., but now they can't play for their hometown in the Olympics. And so, it might be a theory or whatnot, but the IOC is located in Europe where baseball is not that popular. So, does that have something to do with it? I'm not sure. Well, in conclusion, the ratings may be higher for League of Legends, but I believe that the Olympics should be specific to physical sports, physical activities where physical exertion is necessary. And the Olympics pay homage to Greek origin, with their motto being Sidious, Altius, Fortuus, which means faster, higher, and stronger. Does a video game encompass that? I wouldn't think so either. So, in the words of Bud Selig, MLB Commissioner, we share a vision of giving every boy and girl in the world a chance to play this great game and to harness the power of the Olympic Games to inspire them to take up our sport and strive for excellence. So I know I already joined the movement for the WSBC, and I'm asking you ladies to join the movement as well. So that's all I have. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you, ladies.
Good job.